Yeah, baby. We're gonna be doing some crimping today. Let's get after it. Hey, what's up, you fabulous folks of the YouTube lands? Welcome to a video. Thanks for tuning in. So, we are back in one of my food plots. This is the hidden plot, baby. I call it the hidden plot. As you can see, it's kind of surrounded by wood lines and trees and brush and all sorts of stuff. So, this is not quite a half acre. It's about 0.3 acre, right? A little over a quarter acre. And what we're doing today, you can see I got my standing rye here, cereal rye, lots of clover in between all the rye. We've successfully smothered out all the weeds. There's a little bit of weeds up front here, but no big deal. The plot kind of starts right here and goes back, and it gets a little wider back there. And then over here we got our Egyptian wheatgrass planted. You can see that's sprouting up real good already. Egyptian wheatgrass. So by the time hunting season comes, we should have a nice, 10-yard wide swath of Egyptian wheatgrass, and we'll be able to use this tree line to also hide our movement to get to a stand back there. So it's exciting. But I did a little video that I just posted, just a short video on the strategy, the experimentation with the food plot, getting all excited. So we prepared this food plot last year for the first time ever. It was just an old field not being used for anything. We did a little bit of tillage, a little bit of spraying just to get it going. But now moving forward, we will not be using any, definitely no herbicide, and we probably won't have to use any tillage either. So I'm excited about that. We're going to be using nature, smother crops, cover crops to smother out weeds, keep weed control going. The rye, that stuff grows back. So we'll keep using rye. We'll be using buckwheat. We might use some other stuff. We'll see. We might get crazy and use all sorts of stuff, baby. Anyway, this rye just went to seed, right? And I wanted it to because I want some more rye coming up. It's beginning of July. We want some more rye coming up. But in addition to that, we're also going to be broadcasting about 30 pounds of buckwheat seed, baby. Yeah, so we're gonna go and hand broadcast that out there today. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna get this bad boy going. Look at that. Woo-wee. This is the Packermaxx. This thing is awesome. Packermaxx crimp. It's a cultipacker crimper combo. So you got the big old cultipacker here. This thing's about 400 pounds full of water. You could even use sand, it'd be heavier, but I got water in there. It's real easy to fill up. And then when you want to use the crimper, you flip this bad boy over, you turn it around, all the weight will be right on top of the crimper here, and then you can crimp. It's probably one of the most cost-effective crimpers on the market, and you could use it with an ATV. You don't need a tractor. So I'll tell you what, if you want to get into no-till, no herbicide, you're going to need to get a crimper, right? You could do the foot crimping thing, right? Homemade crimping, where you go like this, but, excuse me, I got a runny nose. All right, but that could take a while, right? Certainly possible. You got a lot of time on your hands, but this bad boy works well. I've used it multiple times already, and I love it. It's great. It's holding up great. They make them in Michigan. Definitely check them out. They're awesome. Anyway, so why don't we get to broadcasting? We're gonna broadcast and then crimp it down, baby. All right, let's do it. Got beautiful buckwheat seed, baby. Let's get to it. All right, baby. I got me big old baby, buckwheat, baby. All right, we're gonna start broadcasting, baby. Let's do it. All right, guys, I did the first pass. I went straight down the middle. Saw some deer beds in there. This stuff's pretty tall. It's about 5.5 feet tall, most of it. I'm 6 foot tall, so it was perfect height where I was still able to get it above and broadcasting out. I just had to hold the bag up a little bit. No big deal. But man, it is hot out. It's in the 90s today. Brutal. So I'm gonna see if I can bring you along for the next pass. I'm gonna put the rest of the seed in the bag here. We went through a lot of it already, so let's do that. All right, guys, bringing you along for the ride. Woo-wee! We broadcasting, baby. We broadcasting. Go down the edge here. Just gonna make an adjustment. I don't know if you can see the seed in the video, but we got it going. It's firing away. All right, so I just want to show you some of these deer beds. There's one right down in here. And then the other one's here is a bigger one right here. So it could be a doe or fawn. You can see there are some weeds in here where the ride didn't come up. So that's one of the reasons I waited until this stuff went to seed, right? To get more rye on the ground, come in with the buckwheat. If I can get both of those growing together, they should smother out pretty much all weeds. So, all right, let's keep at it. There we go. Kind of on the edge of the food plot now. There you can see the deer trail come right in here. And look at this, we got another deer bed. There he goes, we're using this, there's another one. The doe family groups love it. Empty. We got about a good 30 pounds of buckwheat broadcasted. It took less than 10 minutes. And I just want to show you towards the end of the field here. Did I just hear hunter bark? Or am I losing my mind because it's so hot out? I thought I heard my dog bark. Hunter bug, is that you, buddy? I guess we'll see if he shows. I don't know if I'm hearing shit or what, but anyway. So this is kind of the back of that trail where I got the Egyptian wheatgrass all planted in here. And I'm just looking to see, yeah, I can see some of it coming up back here. We had a stand over on this side last year, actually moving it to this side. I went to move it earlier this year and I broke the whole stand. I was trying to get it up in this tree up here and I ended up bending the ladder at a point where I couldn't fix it and it completely snapped and folded over on itself. It was kind of a cheaper two-man stand. I got another tree stand, a more expensive, higher quality one. It's heavy as balls, but we're gonna get that one up here. One of the reasons I like I'm not a big fan of ladder stands, but I got that one because my father-in-law just had his knee replacement. He's 80 years old. He's still hunting. We're gonna be hunting in Wisconsin later this year together, but there's a chance he's gonna be coming out here, and he likes to hunt out of the ladder stand, so we'll have a couple ready for him. But we'll get up in that sumbitch too. All right, let's head back to Polaris. All right, guys, so if you're not familiar with this thing is a badass piece of equipment, especially if you're trying to get into a no-till, no herbicide, no nothing, baby. Then this thing is a great investment. So right now it's on the Cultipacker setter. It's 400 pounds full of water. We're just going to take this off. I'm going to turn it around. Stand that up like that. Okay. And then you just flip this thing over so all that weight's on top of the crimper attachment there. Like this. There you go. Just don't crimp your foot. There. Just line it up. There we go. Okay. Put your cotter pin in. This thing's ready to crimp, baby. This thing's ready to crimp. Let me give you a view of this. All right. All right, she's still recording. So all the weight's on that crimper now. We can start crimping. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna give you point of view to start, and then we'll switch out a couple different views. And we're gonna start crimping. I just want you to get a perspective so you can see it in action. Hopefully I don't run this, hopefully the camera doesn't fall off and run over. I won't even know. All right, guys, we're gonna get going. All right, I don't know how good you were able to see that. Hopefully that footage turned out pretty cool, different perspective. You could actually see the crimper in action. I'm just kind of running over some weeds now. I haven't really got to the rye yet. I'm just kind of going down the edge here. But we're gonna start turning up through the food plot here. So enjoy the crimping action. Well, I lost my cotter pin during that adventure. Glad I didn't lose the crimper. So that went pretty well. We'll take a closer look at it, but what I'm going to do next is turn this sucker around. And I'm just going to go over it with the Cultipacker's piece here, just to give that seed that we broadcast a little more oomph into the soil. Went really well. Didn't take long. Crimper did a great job. Only thing that happened is we lost the darn cotter pin. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a peek at it. I'll bring you along on this, and we're just going to do a little extra rolling just with the cultipacker, make sure that seed got good seed soil contact. We are supposed to get some rain the next couple of days, so that'll be good. But we got a nice mulch layer here now from all this crimping. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. You can see all the green clover down in there, all the rye. There's some weeds mixed in there. We got it all crimped down. So let's go ahead and start rolling it out and go from there. Beautiful how nicely it crimps down. And so this creates a really nice mulch layer. We're going to build soil, we're going to get good germination with that seed. Moisture is going to be held really nice, and it should work out really well. Baby, we rolling it out. We crimped it, now we're rolling it. Just a little extra touch. It's icing on the cake, baby. Icing on the cake. Yeah. All right. Woo. All right, folks. Well, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned to see how this all turns out. Like I said, this is an experiment for me. I've never done it this way. Obviously, farmers do similar type stuff for crops, but this is kind of new for me. And we're gonna see how this turns out. So the plan is, you know, it's the beginning of July. if we get good rain and everything germinates well and grows well, then we should have a good standing crop of buckwheat and some rye by early August. And before that stuff goes to seed, when it's in the dough stage, we're gonna broadcast our fall food plot blend. I'm gonna be using the green cover blend, fall blend, into the standing buckwheat and rye, and then do the same thing. Crimp it over, maybe a little cultipacking, pray for rain, and then we should have ourselves a mighty fine food plot that will carry us through into the winter months. So that's the plan. So take one last look at it. We are out. Later.